friends, welcome back again. So happy you popped over again to see what I am up to today. For everyone who is new here, welcome. My name is Janny and I hope you enjoy what you see. And if you do, I hope you take a little bit of inspiration with you. For everyone here who is not subscribed to my channel, of course, I hope you will click the red subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and of course, hit the bell so you will be notified every time I upload new DIYs. Like I always say, enough talking and let's jump into today's inspiration. And you see already on my table are the things we need for this DIY. We need, of course, our tumbling towel blocks. These are the smaller blocks. Of course, I have here my little container with everything inside. The wood glue, the scissors, the brushes, the markers, some mud pots, some twine. Everything I need for a DIY. So of course not everything for one DIY, but of course you know what I mean. So, and of course I have here my saucer with an old piece of kitchen towel which is wet. What we're going to make for today, we are going to make a tier tray, but it can be a simple tray, it can be a 2-tier tray, maybe 3. I don't know how it will turn out. We never know how it will turn out. Of course, I hope you have your tumbling towel blocks now also on your table and you're going to do this with me. So we are going to start with a row of 6 blocks. So 5, number 6, we are going to glue them on the side. Just a little line, and over here the same, and just glue them already together so the glue is not running down. And number 4 and number 5 and number 6 is the closure up. Like this, squeeze it, press it together and wipe away the glue you don't need. And of course, if you want to use a metal hook, it's also fine too. I don't use it, but you can use it if you like it to work with it. It's totally fine. I'm going to do again a row of 6. And here we already have 6 blocks. This is already number 1. Oh, I have to need a little bit more glue. 2, 3, 4 and number 5 again, and we're going to squeeze them together this way. And these are very simple ways just to make a nice bottom, because this will be the bottom of our tier tray, and I think we're going to go for a 2-tier tray. It's a little bit easier to decorate in smaller spaces, especially because or else it will be much too high. I have a 3, 6 again, and this is already number 1. I am loving tier trays. I like them already so much to decorate because I'm someone who enjoys making little displays. I am really loving it. So I have always little figurines, little decor pieces. And most of the time I always drift my items because I like to get it as cheap as we can. And then most of the time I'm going to paint them, or maybe I'm going to, I don't know. So sometimes I do spray paint. I do a little bit of the gold. I also have some gold in my decor. But I am always loving the hunt for great items. So, but I think there are a lot of you who also like drifting. So I think I'm not the only one who enjoys drifting and enjoys a good buy. And especially if you then make it over again, it's so nice because then you make your own unique piece again. That's always great because of course you can buy it in a store. But the last couple of years, at least especially here in the Netherlands, there are the decor pieces are in price, they are up so fast. It's not really nice anymore because some decor pieces are so easy and simple to make on your own, and they are asking such a big prices for it. So it's not normal, but I think it's in every country the same. The prices are gone up very bad. It's not only the Netherlands, I think. Of course, we have a store similar like the Dollar Tree, but that's with us is that called the Action. It's similar like Dollar Tree. It's almost the same. The only thing what the Dollar Tree has better is the ribbon. We don't have a ribbon with wire. It's so hard to find over here. I try most of the time to order them online on Temu, but it's very hard to get here in the Netherlands. So now I already have my 6 pieces, but I need of course 8, so I need only 2 extra, and then we already have the pieces we need. I'm going to lay them down already. 4, 5 and 6. But let me know in the comments down below if you also like to thrift shop, or maybe you're just someone who just buys in a store. And if I look for the videos online from shopping, I see also that Home Goods and Kirkland is very nice. I wish I could shop there sometimes. I know the prices are very high there, but it's a very nice store. But this kind of stores is not really here. Of course, we have also home decor stores, but not as big as you have. But I think in some countries, a lot of things are bigger over there, because also our houses are most of the time more like smaller houses. We don't have that kind of big houses over here. So again, I have now 8 pieces of 6. You see already, we're going to give it a couple of minutes drying, and then we're going to glue them together as one piece. So the next step will be, we are going to take 4 pieces like this. We're going to lay them beside, and of course first, before we're going to glue, we're going to look for if everything is fitting nicely, because you can still turn it around. You can easily do this. Maybe this one is fitting, this one is fitting very nice, only this one has a little bit of difficulties. So I don't, maybe if I do it this way, maybe turn it over. You see already he looks a little bit better. I'm going to try, because everything is not dry yet, so I can easily redo it. So that's the greatest thing, if you don't wait too long. And this is already 2 and a number 3, because number 4 is again the closure up. And again, squeeze them together this way. We're going to, and you see already, if everything is correct, you can very easily get them together again, and like this. And we're going to get our kitchen towel, and we're going to wipe away the glue, and only here is a little gap. Maybe I can try to get it. I can. So you see, now I already have 1 plank, which is already 1 bottom of 1 tray. I'm going to do the other 4, and I'm going to look for how they are fitting together. And you see already one of the sizes is much, you see, if everything, this one is much smaller than the other 3. I have to look for which block is too small, because normally I think this one is too small. Because everything is not dried up, I'm going to break it off, and I'm going to get another block, and I hope that it fits a little bit better, because for a tray it's not very handy if your blocks are not the same size. So I give it a couple of minutes again, and then we're going to glue them together. So now everything is glued together. We're going to do a little glue over here. We go on this one the same, and the last one we're going to place them together, and this one. So, and again, squeeze like this, and work with it until you are satisfied how it is looking like. And we're going to wipe away the glue, and we're going to let this rest also again, I think for both of the planks, at least a half hour. So you see, we have our two little bottoms of our trays. We are going to place them aside, because we don't need them right now. What we're going to do right now, we're going to make the sides of our tier tray, of 2-tier tray, and the sides will be a little bit bigger. We're going to get 8 blocks, 6, 7, 8, and we're going to glue them together. First we're going to make the base of the sides, and then later we're going to do some decor on the side. But first we're going to make the base of the sides, and for each side you need 6 pieces of 8. So it's a little bit building, because it takes a lot of your time. Already 8 blocks and already 6 high. So this is already row number 1. We're going to lay it aside. And of course, don't be worried. I'm not going to do it together, all the pieces with you. That would be 12 pieces looking how I built it. So don't worry. I'm going to do this one together. But the other one, of course, I do a little bit faster. And this is a number 6 and number 7. And number 8 is again the closure up. And we're going to squeeze them this way. And of course, the sides need a lot of drying, because if you're going to work with it, you don't want that your pieces are falling apart. And that's why I think if you are using hot glue, I try not to do it for this kind of piece, because this kind of piece is very hard to get it stable and get everything fitting. So I would go for wood glue or maybe another glue. It doesn't matter, but hot glue, or maybe you have hot glue where wood glue is inside of it. There are sticks, then there is wood glue inside of your hot glue stick. So if you have them, maybe then it will work, but most of the time my experience is that hot glue falls apart very fast, and you don't want that. Then you did so many, so your best for making your DIY, and then it falls apart, and that's not what anyone wants. So, and again, we have already 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 together, and we're going to do this one. But like I said, I've looked for the hot glue with some wood glue inside, but it's difficult to get. But maybe you are more lucky than we have over here. But I don't know. And again, you have already 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And again, the last of 8 blocks. And then we already have one side, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have here 3, 4 and it's ook 8. Then we have all pieces of one side of the 2-tier tray. And like I said, I do the other one a little faster. But for everyone who likes to see how it is made, of course I show you one side and I do it as fast as I can. But most of the time I don't even know how my DIY is looking like. So for me it's also thinking and in front already, because now I'm already thinking what I'm going to do on the side of my tray, because I really have no idea. I'm debating if I want to make a house, or maybe some tree on the outside, or maybe some flowers, or you can do anything on the outside, or maybe just a frame. We will see. So I'm going to squeeze it. Be careful that it doesn't pop up, because this one is popping up. We're going to get our piece of kitchen towel, wipe away the glue, and we're going to give it a couple of minutes to dry before we're going to make one piece out of it. So we have our 6 pieces. We're going to turn them this way, and we're going to look for which one is fitting the best for gluing them together. You see already this one is going out a little, and we're going to go for this one, and this one is also not totally, and we're going to turn it over, and now he's fitting very nicely. So I'm going to glue this way together, so very easy. Of course it is not totally dry yet, I just gave it a couple of minutes, so don't think that your wood glue is already dry, because it is not. Wood glue dries most of the times better overnight, but of course I don't have that time, but an hour is also fine. That's the great thing. I make the mistakes and you can make it very easy, also the way you want it, and you don't have to make the mistakes I do. And this one, and this one, and the last, of course, we're going to squeeze them. Make sure that you have a straight line this way, and again we're going to squeeze them together. Be sure that you every time measure out with your fingers That's always the greatest measurement is your fingers. And just be sure that you make sure that everything is fitting together. We're going to wipe away the glue we don't need. And you see already, I still need to redo this. This one needs a little bit of readjusting, and this time also. And squeeze them. And I think for me he is very nice. So I'm going to make number 2 for the other side, because we have one side and the other side. So I'm going to make a second one. And you see already, now I have my 2 pieces for the side, and I'm going to let them rest at least for a couple of hours, because we're going to work with it and you don't want that pieces are falling apart. So I give this also a couple of hours. And of course our 2 pieces are going to dry for a couple of hours. I'm going to make 4 pieces of 3, because I know already what I want to have on the side. So this is a number 3 of 3, and we need 4 of 3 like this. So we're going to glue the tops, very easy, and this way, and glue them together, squeeze it and make a straight line. We're going to do for number 2 the same. Of course I do this together with you because this is so fast to do. And this is already in number 3. And the last one. Then we already have 4 pieces of 3 for our decorations on our sides. We're going to get our towel. We're going to wipe away the front like this. And what we're going to need right now, we need 3 blocks. And what we're going to do, we're going to do a drop on this one. Over here we place it on the side. We do here the same. Only on the ending of the block we're going to place this halfway, and we're going to place this one halfway like this. This is so easy. So we take 3 blocks, you do some glue on the ending of the flat side, and on this one also the same. And we're going to go halfway, and of course over here I have to do halfway. And we're going to have already 2 pieces, and we need again still 2 extra. We're going to do some glue over here at the ending, and at the ending over here. We're going to place them halfway and halfway, squeeze it, and we do here the last one also again, and block number 2. We're going to do halfway and squeeze it, and we're going to let this rest. So I have here one of the sides. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 of the 3. I'm going to lay them over here. Maybe I'm going to look for where I want to have them. Of course I have 2 blocks. Maybe I'm going to go for 2 blocks inside of the 2 blocks and 2 blocks here free. So maybe like this. And I'm going to get 2 of the sides we made. And of course, if everything is correctly, we can make very easily a kind of a roof over here, and we're going to get our own little cute house on the sides. So but do whatever you think it's right. If you like more maybe a tree, you like maybe something else, maybe for the Easter a bunny, you can do anything you like. So I'm going to do some glue on the side, very easy, and I'm going to place this one like I told you on the inside over here. I'm going to place it over here. I'm going to do this one, also some glue, and I'm going to place this one between number 3 and number 2 of the blocks. So I hope I have it also here, maybe a little this way. I have it also in the middle over here. Make sure that you have it in a straight line, and make sure that it's not sticking out on the underside, because you still need later a stand for on top of here. So be careful what you do. Just place it over here. And we're going to do some glue on the sides, on this one, a little on this, and a little on this one. Of course, I'm going to wait until I have both of them glued, and then I can do them together, because we don't want that our roof is not fitting nicely. of course, we are going to make sure that we get the middle of the blocks, because the blocks are 8 blocks, in the middle is 4, and you have the point over here in the 4, and then place them down until they touch your 3-piece, like this, very easy. And I'm going to give it a little bit of pressure, and I have a little brush, and I'm going to wipe away. You see already the glue we don't need, so go over it, make your brush wet, and wipe away the glue you don't need on the sides, and everywhere where you see glue, just go over it with your brush on the inside and on the outside, because you don't want thick pieces of glue sticking out. So this is already one. I will do the second one a little bit faster, but I will show you a little bit how he's looking like right now. Of course, you don't see it as well. If we paint it, you see it much better. I will make the second one. So you see, this is how he's looking like, but of course I think he doesn't look nice on the underside and on the top. So we are going to make an underside and a top side for this one. So what we're going to do, we are going to take 3 blocks like this, and again 3, and again 3. So we're going to do the tops only, and this one on the top, and we're going to squeeze them together. We're going to do here the same, and this is only for one side, not for the second side. And this is number 2, and now the last, and this is, oh, you see already he's almost around. So again, like this, I'm going to get my kitchen towel, and I'm going to wipe away, and I see already I have to do some readjustment to make sure that they are in a straight line. So I'm going to place them over here, wipe away the glue over here, and I'm going to give it a couple of minutes a rest. So we gave it a couple of minutes. Of course, one piece we are going to do on the side. We do some glue, a little line, and we're going to place it down against the other one. So very easy. Make one piece out of it like this, and we're going to give this one also a couple of minutes before we're going to glue it everything on top. So in the meantime, while this is drying, I'm going to do for the other side the same. Also again 3 blocks of 3, and we do over here and over here, and again place them together, and the last already, and this one, and again roll them in one piece, squeeze it and press it down like this, and again wipe away your glue. And also we give this a couple of minutes. So now we have for both sides, we have the top and the underside. We're going to place this one aside, place this a little bit backwards, and this one over here. We're going to get our side panel, and we are going to do the one with the double up. We are going to do on the underside. So very easy. So what we're going to do, we are going to do some glue over here on this side, and of course on the underside, and like this. And we could do very easy. We're going to place this one, and of course try to get it in the middle like this. Just press it together, and we're going to do this one. Of course we do some glue over here, but not totally to the end, only until here, and like this. And we're going to place them also in the middle. Give it a little bit of pressure over here, and we're going to let this dry in. Of course we do for the second panel the same. Just do some glue on here, on the side, and over here this way. Place it down, and of course we're going to do this one also in the middle like this. Give it a bit of pressure over here. Make sure that you try to get it as fast as you can. Of course we do here the same, but we only do a little glue over here, and we're going to place this one also in the middle, and again squeeze it as hard as you can. And this way. And now we're going to let both of them dry in at least for an hour before we're going to do the little trays inside. So we laid away our side pieces with the houses. Of course, now we have our two bottoms of our trays. What we're going to do, we're going to make, of course, 12 pieces of 2. So we are going to do very easy, just do some glue on the side, place them together. Do some glue on the side and place them together. Some glue on the side and we're going to place them together. We're going to do over here and place them together. Oh, you see already, they're already flying around if you want to do it too fast. And you see, then it never works. If you want to do it too fast, it always is working against you. And this is a number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, and number 11. And the last number 12. And over here. And what we're going to do, we're going to place them together, make a straight line and squeeze it. Make them together and squeeze them together until one piece. And again over here we do the same, but I will do it a little bit faster so I don't bother you too much in your time. So here we have our 12 pieces of 2. And now we're going to go for 4 pieces like this, and we're going to glue them together, also on the tops and on this one. And this is already 1. And number 4 is the closure up. This is already 1 piece, and I'm going to make 8 of them, but I won't bore with that. So I'm going to make 8 pieces of 4. So now we're going to make the sides of the tray, and we are going to get 1 block of 4. We are going to glue 1 of 2 in the in between. Of course, I'm going to do this a little bit aside, in between the first and the second one on the half. So over here like this, we're going to do glue 1. We're going to take the second one of 2. We're going to place this one between number 2 and number 3 exactly in the middle over here. And we're going to do for this one the same. And we're going to do it in 3 and 4 exactly in the middle over here. We're going to wipe away the glue over here and over here. And we take 2 loose blocks, 1 for this side and 1 for this side. So we do some glue. And we place it at the ending. So very careful. And here the same. And we're going to place it exactly at the ending. And again, wipe away the glue, but keep it in place like this. And now we're going to do on this side the same. Of course, we are going to take a frame. We're going to get the double. We place it again over here exactly in the middle. We do it here the same again over here, and the last already. And then we already have the 2 sides for 1 tray. And again over here we get 2 loose blocks over here. We're going to place them at the ending, and we do here the same. At the ending, squeeze it and wipe away the glue. And we're going to give this a couple of minutes until we can take it off and do the other side on the side. So in the meantime, I also made the other 2 for the other tray. What we're going to do, we're going to place them carefully a moment on the side. We're going to get our glue. We do a little drop over here, and a little drop over here, and over here, and over here. Then we go a little bit more. We're going to carefully place it down because it is not totally dry. We get one of the, and we're not going to do it this way, but we place it straight up, and we're going to place it against the top, so everything is fitting very nicely together. So we do here the same, very carefully place it up. If one piece falls off, don't worry, just glue it together again and just do the same as I do right now, because it doesn't matter, wood glue still can sometimes fall apart, but it doesn't matter because it is still not dried. So we're going to place this one again, you see already, over here. Make sure that you have a nice straight line before you squeeze it on top over here. And so you go on and you do all of them. This one I did a little later, so he's still not dry up. So over here and on the top, over here, and this the last one. Carefully place it down, not the way I do it, but carefully, like I told you. You see already, I am sometimes sometimes I'm there's a saying here in the Netherlands, an elephant in a porcelain dresser, but I am really sometimes so clumsy, but doesn't matter. And we're going to do this one, and we're going to do the tops over here, and the last, and we're going to place it down, and the last of 4 will be on top of here, and again squeeze it over here. And now we're going to let this dry in. So now I'm going to get one of the bottom of the tray. I have here my sides, and this is how they turned out. They have a little overlay over here. If you look this way, you see, and I'm going to glue them on the side. So I'm going to do some glue over here, and I'm going to glue one on this side and one on this side, and with the overlay on this side. So very easy. This one will come over here and this one here. So I'm going to do some glue on this side of my bottom of the tray, and of course on this side of the bottom of the tray. And I'm going to place it down. I have to look if I have the right one. This one will go against here, and this one will go against here, and we're going to squeeze them together, and make sure, feel with your fingers that you still have a straight line, because you don't want to that it is sticking out. This is already one. Now we're going to do number 2 also, and we're going to let this dry. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place this two next to my mat, and of course beside here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my one of the panels. I'm going to turn it over, but you see already he's not totally straight. I'm getting a couple of the blocks like this, and I'm going to place them on the top, because this one is really missing. I have to do it this way, and of course I do an extra over here. So now I have a study base to glue my sides on top. I'm going to do one of the trays, I'm going to do totally on the underside, and one I'm going to do a little bit higher. I think I'm going to look for maybe over here like this, and I think I'm going to do the other one exactly down over here on this length, but you can decide any way you like. You don't have to do it the way I do it. So what I'm going to do very easy. I'm going to do some glue on the side. So I hope you see it on camera. I do some glue over here, go around, go on the underside, and I'm going to go up and on the top. And now I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to place it exactly on the underside. I'm going to let it fall down, and make sure that you have a straight line with the bottom. I have to go down, and I have to go a little bit to this side. I think I am at the place I want to have him. He is here straight, and he's here straight. I think I can do it a little piece over here and this way, and I'm going to give it a little bit of pressure, and feel with your fingers, because that's the most important. Feel with your fingers if you feel a straight line on the side, because that's the hardest thing just to get it straight. So this is already one. Now we're going to do here the same. Of course, I try to do it in front of the camera. Of course, over here again, we're going to go on the side and we go up and we go on this one. And we're going to turn it over. And I think I'm going to, because you still want to decorate also the other one. So I think I'm going to go for maybe over here. And this way. And I'm going to just let it fall. And it is, the little trays are very heavy. So they are falling down on its own. And just give it a little bit of pressure. Make sure that everything is in place. Over here. I'm going to do this on the straight line. And I'm going to let this rest at least for a half hour. So I gave it a half hour, and I'm going to do now some glue on this side and just go over it and over here. I'll do here the same, just some glue, and of course on this side. Now we are going to do the top over here and make sure that you have it in a straight line as much as you can. So I'm going to give it, feel with my fingers if I have it on the right spot. And this way, and I'm going to give it some pressure. Of course, we have to have a straight line over here. And this way. And I'm going to place on top a couple of paint cans to give it some pressure down so everything glues very nicely together. So you see already a little bit behind the scenes. This is what I mean. I did some paint cans on top so everything is fitting nicely together and gives a lot of pressure. So you see already, also with me in my home, it's one disaster to get everything fitting very nicely. So of course, now everything is nicely together. I'm going to give it a couple of hours. Most of the time, if you have the time, just do it overnight and then paint it. So the next step will be, we're going to paint the color you like. And here you see our two-tier tray dried up. And of course, I use it as two-tier tray, but you can use it also as an organizer, maybe in your kitchen, maybe in your craft room. You can use it anyway. And you see, I am so happy with the little house on the side. And even the little trays are so big, you can even do anything inside of it. So I am really loving the size. I'm going to paint mine in the creamy color because you know me already, and because I do it in the creamy color, he's very light and you can see and use your imagination which color you like. Maybe you are a glam lady or gentleman and you like to spray paint it maybe in gold or silver. So go ahead, everyone can make their own color and their own unique piece. So I'm going to paint mine, like I said, in the cream color. And here you see already how our two-tier tray turned out, and I'm so happy with the little houses on the side. Especially you have a lot of space to decorate inside of your trays. So I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to decorate it, and you see in a moment the quick impression, because everyone can decorate it their own way. And here you see a quick impression of our Tumbling tile blocks two-tier tray, and I'm so happy how it turned out. Of course, I will have a lot of fun for decorating it in my home. Of course, this is just an inspiration for you. Like I told you, do whatever you think is right. Of course, I hope you took out your Tumbling tile blocks too and did this DIY together with me, and you have right now your own two-tier tray. Of course, if you're new here, I hope you enjoyed what you see. And if you do, I hope you will click the red subscribe button, give me a thumbs up and hit the bell so you will be notified every time I upload new DIYs. Of course, do you want to see more DIYs? Come on over to my description box. There you find the link for our DIY channels. Of course, everyone who is here and only love to watch, I hope you had fun watching this time also. Enough talking. I wish you all an amazing day and I see you in the next one. Bye.